Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this Railbookers presentation of Life on Board European Rail Vacations. My name is Kyle Smith, and I am your host this evening. And in a few moments, I will be making a major announcement with a special sale that we have happening right now. And I will be more than happy to take you through all the most iconic trains in Europe, as well as our top selling packages for this travel season. Now, our reservations telephone number is down below, and this will be at the bottom of each slide. And so if you have a pen and paper handy, please take note of our reservations telephone number at 888-829-3040 and our website at railbookers.com. Online, you'll find all the packages that I'm going to be sharing with you today and much more. So right into the special sale that we have going on right now. It is our limited time flash sale, Europe on sale. So for any bookings made by March the 15th that have 8 nights or more, you will save up to $400 off per couple. On any of our packages that have 6 or 7 nights to them, you will save up to $200 off per couple. So this is a great opportunity to get plugged in with Railbookers as we will explore some of the most famous destinations in Europe. And this is a great opportunity for you to save a lot of money. Now, just to the right of you is the flyer for the flash sale that you can download and have that ready before you call us in, or you can take it to your local travel agent, and they will be more than happy to put together your European rail vacation and all the discounts that we offer. You are entitled to whether you book with us directly or right through your travel agent. Now, just below is a question box, so if you have any questions along this presentation, feel free to put that in there. I am monitoring that in real time, and I'll provide you an answer at the end of the webinar. Now, just a little bit about who we are as a company. Railbookers is a part of the Yankee Leisure Group Incorporated, which may not mean anything to you, but you may recognize one of our other brands, Amtrak Vacations. We are their sister company. And so we specialize in independent rail vacations all over Europe and Canada. And our sister company, Amtrak Vacations, specializes in rail vacations to top U.S. destinations like the national parks, for example, as well as some of the larger metropolitan cities. Now, these are the 2019 brochures. They are ready for you. You can simply go online to railbookers.com, amtrakvacations.com, and request those, or give us a call and we'll go ahead and get those out to you. Now, today's presentation by Railbookers, we have 4 specific brochures for you to choose from. I will go through a lot of these trains individually today, but our first option for you is Eurostar Vacations. That is the train that goes from London to Paris through the south of France, out into Germany, and we have great vacation packages that you can find right there on board the Eurostar. We have our generic brochure in the middle, Via Rail Vacations for all of our Canadian destinations through the Canadian Rockies and so forth. And of course, we cannot forget about Italy with Trenitalia Vacations. That's our top booking destination in Europe at this time, and so all of our Italy packages are in that brochure. You can request as many or as little as these as you like by simply giving us a call or visiting us online at railbookers.com. So why you will love traveling with Railbookers? Well, it's a bucket list experience in most cases. So if you are a rail enthusiast, no doubt that you have heard about maybe the Venice Simplon Orient Express from London to Venice, or taking the train through the Swiss Alps on board the Glacier Express, or across Canada on the Via Rail and Rocky Mountaineer. If you are into trains, then I know you know all about them, and that is something that we can fulfill here for you. We can also offer you the premier scenic routes available anywhere in the world when it comes to high-speed rail. So maybe you're looking to plan a trip through Italy, parts of Switzerland. We will tell you the best routes you can possibly see. We can also offer you a multi-country adventure. So maybe you're heading to Europe this year and you've got maybe 8 to 12 days to spare and you want to see as much as you can. We have vacation packages that will bring together 4, 5, or 6 different countries and that are all accessible by rail, so you can see a lot in a very short amount of time. We can also offer you convenience and relaxation, and that's what a vacation is really all about, as we all know. On board the train, you have nothing but time on your hands to just sit back and enjoy the scenery, spend some quality time with your friends, with your family, and truly relax. As the father of 2 young children, our vacations are quite difficult and quite stressful in most cases. I feel like I have to go back to work to get a break from time to times, but not when you're on a rail vacation. You really are at ease and you get to enjoy the beautiful scenery along the way. So those are the reasons why you should consider a rail vacation with Railbookers. So this is the European network map, and this map can be found on the inside page of our generic brochure. And as you can see, every country has their own high-speed rail service that usually goes international. So the questions we get from customers are, I'm trying to go from London to Spain to Italy to Poland. Is that even possible by rail? How would all that come together? Well, we know the answers to that because we are the rail experts. We know where the trains go, where they don't go, where they connect, and how all of that would come together. And booking European rail by itself is quite challenging. It's very different compared to the US with Amtrak because you have one country, one rail system. In Europe, it's the exact opposite. Multiple countries, multiple rail companies. And so those are always the questions. Now, on top of that, you should also go to your local travel agent who usually have decades of experience putting together complicated international travel, especially with rail, and they can guide you through that process as well. Now, this is the Canadian network map that can be found on the inside cover page of our Via Rail Vacations brochure. And as you can see here, the Via Rail goes clear across Canada from Vancouver to Toronto, all the way up through the Northeast Corridor. A lot of our vacation packages fall right here in the Canadian Rockies along this red line. Via Rail calls this train the Canadian, which is a 4-night journey across Canada. And we have hotel packages in Jasper, Lake Louise, Banff, Calgary, Prince Rupert, Kamloops, and more. So if you're looking to do some Canadian rail travel, we can certainly help you with that. So how big is independent travel to Europe? Well, here are some interesting statistics that gives us some insight. In 2017, 15 million Americans traveled independently to Europe. And in the same year, 26.5 million US travelers utilized the high-speed rail to get from city to city. That is huge. Now, if you are a seasoned traveler yourself, my guess is you've been to Europe and maybe even been on the trains, then you know how affordable and efficient, and it's definitely a preferred method of transportation, all that is. And so it's really no surprise to us that there is a major demand for rail vacations all throughout Europe. So what can Railbookers provide you? Well, we have a lot of different reasons why you should consider us, and I'm going to take you through these one by one. Starting with a one-stop shop, hassle-free booking experience. Now, if you're currently looking to book a European rail vacation of some sort, whether it's a full-blown itinerary across 5 or 6 countries or just 1 or 2 pieces of rail with hotel, be prepared to spend a lot of time online because booking rail in Europe is not like booking rail in the USA on Amtrak. You've got to factor in the different rail companies for the different countries that you're looking to visit. You've got to pay attention to the fares, the schedules to make sure that it all lines up, and there's a lot of room for error there. Well, as rail experts, we will handle all of that for you. We'll book rail, hotels, activities, transfers, ferries, and intercity transportation. So everything is one and done for you. The only thing you'll have to worry about are the flights to and from Europe. We'll handle the rest for you. Flexibility is another option why you should consider us. We can customize any package that you find online or any package that I'm going to be presenting on today. So we can add additional rail, we can add extra hotel nights, or even build a package completely from scratch. So no matter what you're looking to do, we have 1 or 2 options. We either have a package that'll do that already, or we'll have to simply create it from scratch. It just all depends on what you're looking to do. For example, here is our ultimate London, Paris, and Amsterdam tour. And a lot of our customers will contact us on this particular package and ask, to reduce a night in London, reduce a night in Paris and add 2 nights in Amsterdam or anywhere else for that matter. That's no problem at all. We can certainly tweak this. So you can start and finish wherever you'd like. We can do the package in reverse order. We can simply combine multiple itineraries that you find on our website or simply create it from the ground up. It all depends. Now, a lot of the times, customers will call us because they have seen a special on a train in Europe, the Bernina Express, for example, and on the Discovery Channel, whatever the case may be. So customers will call us mentioning that they want to do the Bernina Express and they want to add some hotel nights along the way and then maybe go across another country like Switzerland. And how would all that come together? Well, we either have a package that'll do that or we'll build it from scratch to give you a customized itinerary. So it just all kind of depends. But no matter what you want to do, we can make it happen for you. In other words, we're double stacking the packages. So these are some of our most common packages that we book here: the Venice via the Alps from London and our ultimate Venice, Florence, and Rome tour. So with the package on the left, as you'll notice, it begins in London with rail through Paris, down into Geneva, over into Venice. Now, since you're all the way in Italy, a lot of customers are requesting us to add to continue the trip into Florence and Rome. No problem. We'll simply double stack the packages and voila, you have a customized itinerary. Okay, now the main reason why you should consider Railbookers is this fact alone. We have the capability to book all European rail 24 months in advance, and that includes all the pricing and the schedules. Now, if you go and talk to your local travel advisor or research this online, you'll notice that European rail is not available to the public until about 45 to 60 days before departure, right in that small window. So if you've already secured flights, maybe you're doing a river cruise over there, you can complete all of that, but the rail is what you're waiting to come available before you finally complete your entire vacation. That is why you should use Railbookers. We can secure all your rail 2 years out at any given point. So if you've already booked flights for something and you're waiting on rail, just give us a call. Let us know what it is. We do mandate that it's rail and at least 1 night hotel. That is the bare minimum that we need to build an itinerary, and we can build up from there. So we actually can make it really easy for you. Now, pre and post cruise travel, as you probably know, European river cruises are in major demand when it comes to cruising in Europe, and these are some of the most popular cruise ports throughout the world. And we do a lot of pre and post river cruise travel here for custom vacations. So customers will call in; they're doing a river cruise from Amsterdam to Switzerland or over into Budapest. And since you're all the way over there, you might as well see as much as you can. We can actually take your vacation outside the port city because of the fact we can book rail 2 years out with hotels, and we make that process real simple. So if that is a need that you're looking to be filled, simply give us a call. Now, as I said before, we are the rail experts. We know because we go. Rail expertise from fellow travelers. So each year, we send our team members across the globe to experience our top-selling packages and visit our top-selling destinations. And so, for example, last September, my team and we went to Switzerland, and we got to see Basel, Lucerne, Zermatt, St. Moritz, and Milan, Italy. We got to do the luxury trains of the Glacier Express, which I'll be talking about in a moment, and the Bernina Express. It was one of the best trips of my life. And we know European rail. So when you give us a call, we're able to give you that extra insight because we've done these trips ourselves. So you can really know what to expect. So we are just a treasure trove of information all at your fingertips. So I do want to spend a few minutes on the top iconic European trains. It's oftentimes it's really the train experience itself that draws a lot of people. What's going to happen? What can I expect on board the train? You know, if we were flight bookers booking flights across the world with hotels, you would have a very good understanding of how all that comes together, because chances are you've been on an airplane. But rail is one of those untapped resources a lot of people have not done before. And so I want to go ahead and make sure you guys are well versed in European rail. So the first train I want to share with you is the Eurostar. Now, this is a very popular high-speed rail service that goes from London to Paris underneath the English Channel. And of course, this train will go a lot further out. It'll go through Brussels, Amsterdam, all the way out to Berlin, all the way down into the south of France and even parts of Spain. So basically Western Europe for the Eurostar. And the picture you're looking at here is the London St. Pancras International Terminal, where you can board this train to connect into mainland Europe. So now there are three different classes of service on board the Eurostar. Your first option is the standard seating, which you just pay for your reservation. And it doesn't come with any other amenities. So if you're looking to, you'll have to purchase food and beverages on board the train. However, a first upgrade you can do is the standard premier class. And on this class of service, you have a lot more legroom, fewer seating in the train car itself, and meals will be brought to you in your chair that you still purchase while you're on the train. And Eurostar also has business first class, where everything is all inclusive. So all meals would be included, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, all your beverages, and so on. Most people that book the business class are usually traveling a great distance, let's say from London to Barcelona or up into Berlin, all in a single day, which you can certainly do on board the Eurostar. So no matter what your budget, no matter what style of travel you're used to, we can accommodate you. Here's another shot of the Eurostar. Now, the next train I want to highlight is the Trenitalia, and that is Italy's high-speed rail service. The top destinations would be Venice, Florence, and Rome, and much more. So this train will go from north to south, east to west. So no matter where in Italy you're looking to go, the Trenitalia is going to get you there. Now, the onboard experience is quite pleasant. Here's a picture of the first class cabin. Well, they have multiple cabins, but here's one of them. So as you can see, they have the leather high back seating, plenty of overhead space for your luggage, additional leg room, and you have the ability to purchase your meals on board the train. Now, going from Venice, Florence, and Rome, those are usually our three top destinations. Those are only a couple hours in between. And so first class is definitely a good service. It'll definitely enhance the quality of your rail travel. Now, on this train, there's also standard class, and Trenitalia has their executive first class accommodations pictured here. And as you can see, there's there's fewer seating. Everything is all inclusive, from meals to beverages. The recliners recline all the way back, so you're practically horizontal, so you can take a nap. And a lot of people that book this accommodation are going a long ways on the Trenitalia through the Swiss Alps down to Sorrento from Milan or whatever the case may be. So we have Trenitalia has three services: standard, first class, and the excellent class as we have here. Here's a shot at the Rome terminal. Okay, over in Switzerland, which is where we do a bulk of our reservations, they have three iconic trains that I'm going to take you through. The first one is the Glacier Express, the most popular. And now this is the train that goes right through the heart of the Swiss Alps, which you can kind of get a picture of that here. The top destinations on this train would be Zermatt, Chor, Brig, and St. Moritz. Now, I did the line from St. Moritz to Zermatt, which is about 8 hours. So basically a full day on the train, absolutely breathtaking scenery. And there are three classes of service on board the Glacier Express. I'm going to start with the highest accommodation, which is going to be the new Excellent class, which just came out for the 2019 travel season. Now, the Excellent class truly is excellent. Fewer seats, that they rotate towards the windows, and everything is all inclusive. And all your meals are included, free Wi-Fi, complimentary iPads are issued to you, and of course you have the ability to roam the train and go where you'd like. But this is a great service. And if you know anything about Switzerland, it is an expensive country. It's actually one of the more expensive ones. And if you're going to be on this train, this is definitely the class to consider, because it's going to elevate the quality of your rail vacation. And everything is all inclusive, and you can sit back and relax. Now, the Glacier Express does have a first class accommodation right in between standard and excellent class. This is a great service. I sat here with my team members, and everything is included, all your food that is brought to you at your tables. You have the ability to roam the train. You can head over to the bar car, grab yourself a glass of wine or a cocktail, and just take in the beautiful scenery along the way. Now, on the standard accommodations, you're basically just reserving your seat. All meals and beverages will need to be purchased while on board the train. So that's the Glacier Express. The next train, here's a nice shot of the exterior of the train. This is what the route looks like. It's filled with bridges and tunnels just like this. And the next train is the Bernina Express with top destinations in Core, Toronto, Lugano, and St. Moritz. Now this train is really classy. I love the way it looks. This is what a train toy set aspires to be. And this is the train that goes across the border into Italy. And so on board this train, here is the shot of, here's a photo I took last year. The train does slow down to make these long turns, so you can really capture the scenery around you. And on board the Bernina Express, they have standard class and first class, and you have the options to purchase beverages and snacks, cappuccino, beer, wine, whatever you'd like, while you're on board this train. Now, this is one of the most iconic pictures of this entire route. As you slow down here, you go past this lake, you can see the reflection of the mountains in the lake, and this is a great picture moment opportunity, and this is a lot what the route looks like. Okay, so those were the trains that I want to go ahead and tell you about. So let's introduce you guys to our top selling packages for 2019. The first one I want to highlight here is the Ultimate European Grand Tour. Now, this package will be for you if you are considering rail travel in Europe. Maybe you don't know where you want to go. You've got about 12 days to spend and to invest in Europe. This is a package you'll want to consider because it'll bring together 5 of Europe's most famous countries and their most famous cities along the way, and they're all accessible and connected by rail. So this particular tour is going to start with a 2-night stay in Berlin, Germany. Now, in Berlin, it's worth noting that all of the hotels that we offer in any city are centrally located. So they're within 1 to 3 miles of the train station, as well as centrally located to the top tourist destinations. So while in Berlin, our package will include some following tour activities. You'll do the Discover walking tour, where you get to do the World War II walking tours, get to go out and see Hitler's bunker, and much more. We also give you the hop-on, hop-off tour, so you can get on and get off anywhere you'd like around the city. A hop-on, hop-off tour is the red double-decker buses. If you've ever been to New York City or London or Chicago, then those red buses you can sit on top of and jump on and jump off anywhere you'd like. And we'll also give you the Berlin City Card, so you can get into top museums at no additional expense. So now, one of the best things about a package like this is that it's all completely independent travel, so you don't have a tour guide. So if you're flying into Berlin, for example, you'll need to make your way to the hotel that we're providing. Now, we can do a transfer. We can pick you up at the airport, take you to the hotel, but you'll be responsible for getting to the tourist activities, and there's no official schedule compared to an escorted program. So this is fully independent. So after 2 nights in Berlin, you're going to board the Eurostar for the 4-hour train ride to Amsterdam, where you'll spend your next 2 nights. Now, while in Amsterdam, we have the hop-on, hop-off tour, the city card, and so with that, you can get into Anne Frank's home, for example, and many other iconic activities all throughout the city, leaving you plenty of downtime to roam the city on your own and do the things that you want to do. After Amsterdam, you'll board the high-speed rail for the 4-hour train ride to Paris. Upon arrival into Paris, you'll stay 2 nights. All of our hotels are right near the 5 major train stations. Paris has 5 different train stations that connect you into the rest of Europe, so we tend to stay with hotels right in that vicinity and right near the Eiffel Tower, so you're in the heart of the action. Now, Paris is a very big city, as you probably know, and so we include a hop-on, hop-off tour, We give you the metro ticket for the underground system and provide you with the city card so you can go into the Eiffel Tower and museums and lots of other great stuff. Now, after Paris, you'll board the TGV high-speed rail for your trip over to Geneva, Switzerland. That's about a 4.5, 5-hour train ride through southeast France. Upon arrival into Geneva, you'll check into your hotel for a one-night stay. Now, the hotels are within walking distance of the train station in most cases and right near Lake Geneva. So this is a forced overnight because the Trenitalia heading into Italy had already departed for the day. So you're forced to stay in Geneva. It's an absolutely beautiful city, very pollution free for the most part. And even though you're there for a night, it's good to get off the trains and stretch your legs and take in this great city. Now the following day, you're going to board the Trenitalia for the high-speed rail all the way to Venice, Italy. That's about 7 hours through the Alps, heading into Venice, where you'll stay for 2 nights. Now, as you probably know, Venice is one of the most romantic cities and the most visited cities in all of the world. Something like 55 million people per year visit Venice. It's unbelievable. And I was there in September of 2017, and it was still very busy. But Venice is a great town. Hotels are right near the St. Mark's Square, as well as the train station. And while you're in town, we have the famous gondola ride for you and a walking tour of St. Mark's Square, leaving you plenty of downtime to roam the city on your own. After Venice, you'll board the high-speed rail to go down into Rome, where you'll end the package with a 2-night stay. While in Rome, you'll have a hop-on, hop-off tour, as well as a guided tours of the Sistine Chapel, the Vatican, as well as the Colosseum. They'll come and pick you up at your hotel and take you to those famous iconic symbols. And that will conclude the Ultimate European Grand Tour. So just to recap, this is a 12-day itinerary, 11-night hotel accommodations with all sightseeing and rail included. And look at the starting price, only $11.39. Now, please remember this: the flash sale where you can save up to $400 is applicable here. So, give us a call or contact your local travel agent. Okay, the next package I want to go over is our Scenic Switzerland from Zurich. This is our most popular Switzerland itinerary right now. I absolutely love this one because it takes in the greatest train experiences of Switzerland, as well as the most popular cities to visit. So now this is great for any of you who are looking to do a river cruise on the Rhine River that will end in Basel. We can put you on the rail to head down into St. Moritz, where you'll stay for 2 nights. And a great town, sits on top. It's high in elevation. It's very quiet, basically pollution free. There's no vehicles found anywhere. You can only really get to the city by rail or by helicopter for the most part. And while you're in town, the activity we have is the trip on the Bernina Express down into Italy, which is basically a full-day tour. So leaving you plenty of time to walk around St. Moritz and enjoy yourselves. You'll get on the Bernina Express as you make your way into Toronto, Italy. And so you'll be going through the Alps. You'll cross the border. The train will let you off in Toronto. You have about an hour and a half before the train departs to head back into Switzerland. And while you're in town, while you're in Toronto, you can have lunch at a pizza place nearby. It's a very small town and quite elegant too, I might add. Now, after St. Moritz, you're going to board the Glacier Express for the cross Switzerland journey into Zermatt. That's about an 8-hour train ride. Upon arrival into Zermatt, you'll stay 2 nights. All of our hotels are within walking distance of the train station. And as you can see, Zermatt is home to the famous Matterhorn. So when you get off the train, get checked into the hotel, and then I would go to dinner because all the restaurants and the businesses will start closing around 7 o'clock at night. But of course, you could always roam the city on your own and take in this beautiful mountaintop town. The following day, you're going to do a great trip up the Gornegrat Cog Railway, where you can go up and explore and see the Matterhorn up close and personal. Now, the Gornegrat Cog Railway station is directly across the street from the train station you arrived at the day before. So again, maybe only a 5-minute walk from your hotel. And the Gornagrak Railway operates multiple times per day. Within this package, you'll be given an open-ended ticket, and you can get on that specific train any time of the day. When you get to the top, it takes about 30 minutes to get there. There's a hotel up there with a restaurant, so you can have lunch if you'd like. And there's great opportunities to take pictures. There's a glacier up there, and there's even hiking trails up and down the mountain. So if you're a hiker and that's something you'd like to check out, you have that opportunity. Now, the following day, you're going to head over to Lausanne for a one-night stay. No activities included here. You can just simply walk around the city, check out the old cathedrals, and just enjoy yourself, find a nice restaurant, and have a day to yourselves. Now, the following day, you're going to get to go through the historic Golden Pass on board the Golden Pass train. And there is standard class, first class accommodations on this train. And of course, the scenery is absolutely beautiful. You're going to take this train all the way to Interlaken, where you get to go up on the Jungfrau train to Jungfraujoch, which is known as the top of Europe. Sits on an elevation of 8,000 feet. There is an entire village up there, and you get to see that lifestyle, and it's really quite something. And then you're going to descend the mountain, get on the next train as you head over to Lucerne for a two-night stay. Lucerne's a great town, home to the oldest wooden bridge, and this is the heart of the city. There's great shopping, great restaurants, and all of our hotels are within walking distance of the train station. Now, the following day, you're going to get to do a great activity as you head out to Mount Pilatus, which is about a 45-minute boat ride from Lucerne. On the package, you'll have reservations for that boat. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back towards the train station. You'll see the harbor. You get on the boat at Pier 3, and it will take you all the way to Mount Pilatus. And along the way, the scenery is actually very unique because the route will narrow as you go in between the mountains, and on both sides of you, you'll have the rolling hills with mansions and castles to look out. Kind of reminded me of Disney's Frozen movie a little bit. My 5-year-old daughter absolutely loves that movie, and I just couldn't help but notice the scenery around me. It kind of gave me that feel. So upon arrival at Mount Pilatus, the Cog railway station is directly across the street. So all you got to do is walk over and get on this Cog railway pictured here, and you'll ascend to the top of Mount Pilatus in about 30 minutes. Once you get to the top, there are hiking trails. There's 2 hotels up there with restaurants and gift shops, and this basically is a full-day tour. You can then take an enhanced ski lift to go on the back side of the mountain to bring you back towards Lucerne. So that is the activity to Mount Pilatus, and that's our scenic Switzerland from Zurich. It's a 9-day trip, 8-night hotel accommodation, so you can definitely get that $400 off per couple right now if you're willing to book by March the 15th. Okay, the last package I want to share with you is the Ultimate Venice, Florence, and Rome via the Alps. This is a great package right through the heart of the Swiss Alps, going through the Simplon Pass. This particular package is going to begin in London, more as a starting point to get on the train. But if you're looking to spend some time in London, let us know. We have great hotels near Big Ben, Parliament, right near the train stations, and you can definitely get that London experience. You'll take the Eurostar to Paris, where you'll then go to a different train station to go on the TGV. That'll take you to Geneva, Switzerland. You'll have that forced overnight in Geneva, simply giving you the opportunity to enjoy the city and walk around. The following day, you're going to go through the heart of the Swiss Alps en route to Venice, Italy, where you'll spend 2 nights. We have the walking tours, the gondola ride. You'll then take the rail down into Florence for a 2-night stay. While in town, we have the cooking classes, the walking tours, and the famous winery tours all available for you. And after Florence, you're going to get on the train and head down into Rome for a 2-night stay, again with the hop-on, hop-off tour and the guided tours of the Colosseum, as well as the Vatican, and much more. So that is our Ultimate Venice, Florence, and Rome via the Alps, 8 days, 7 nights, starting at only $24.39, and you are certainly entitled to that $400 savings that's applicable right now. So what differentiates Railbookers? Well, with us, you don't have to wait to book. We can secure your rail and your hotels 2 years in advance at any given time. We have the flexibility to develop any vacation package that you're looking for. We'll provide you with a one-stop shop, no hassle-free booking experience. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions and make sense of European rail travel for you, all while providing you with fantastic customer service. Now, we do have other popular packages for you to consider. We have packages basically all over Europe that I was not able to highlight today, but here's a small sample: Scandinavian Grand Tour, Scotland by rail, Canadian Rockies, and Ireland. And these can all be found at railbookers.com. Spain's another popular destination for us, and that's all could be found online. We do have some newer packages for Italy, Canada, as well as Switzerland that you may want to check out. These the Canadian Rockies Adventure with the Rocky Mountaineer. That's a cross Canada trip on the Via Rail. You'll then get on the Rocky Mountaineer to see the Rockies. How to book? Well, simply give us a call. Everything is live dynamic pricing, and we don't hold any space without a deposit. So let us know what package you're looking at or what you're looking to do. Our team will look into it and give you a full price quote. You could also go online to see the packages and take it to your local travel advisor. They'll secure your flights and everything for you, and they have decades of experience putting together rail travel. Here is our website for you to browse. And please don't forget to download that flyer to have that ready. The expiration date for the flash sale is on March the 15th. And if you do have any questions, I'm now happy to answer those. Here is the flyer for you one more time. And let's see what we've got here. Give me just a second to browse this. Okay, let's see here. So Jeff is with us, and he is asking us about non-smoking. Jeff, are you referring to the hotels or the train? All of those are usually non-smoking. If you want to clarify your question a little bit, I can better provide you with an answer. Gail is with us, and she's asking us, are your seats reserved in standard class or first class? Well, it could be one or the other, Gail. We can book all accommodations on board any European train. So you let us know which one you're looking for. Gail is following up her question about the about luggage on board the train, is if there's a baggage cart on the trains, or do you take your bags with you? You'll take your bags with you, Gail. You'll have to move all that yourself, and there's really no services, at the train station to assist with all that. So, pack according, lightly, so forth, and so forth. Nicole, you're asking me about passports. I'm not sure what you're asking there. If you want to clarify your question. Doug is with us, and he's asking us, I appreciate your compliment there, Doug. And so you've been on some guided tours before, and is that something that we're considering? And how that may help with our programs. So we are not going to be doing escorted programs, Doug. Everything is independent. Now, on some of the tours, they are guided, like a day trip to Normandy out of Paris, for example. That's a guided tour where you're going to be, given the history while you're traveling. But overall, this is an independent travel. So you're going to have to make your way to the tour activity yourself while you're visiting the city, and we'll give you the vouchers for all that. But this is basically a self-guided vacation, in other words. Jeff, yes, the trains are non-smoking, absolutely. Nicole, for your passport questions, you're going to have to contact the consulate for all of that. We're not in a position. The immigration rules are always evolving and changing. So you may want to contact the consulate for the country you're wanting to visit. Sorry that I couldn't help you there. Sharon is with us asking us, what's the best trip for Italy and the Alps? Great question. I would say the London via the Alps is a great tour. You get to go through France, which is extremely beautiful, and then through the Alps. Basically, that package I highlighted earlier. That would be my recommendation. Gail's asking us, are you guaranteed a specific seat or first come, first served selection? So Gail, if you're booking a first class ticket, once you reserve that, you are guaranteed a seat. It's usually seat assigned as well, kind of like the airline, so all that is handled for you. Janine is with us, and she's asking us about what life is like on the train for disabled passengers. Oh, sorry there, I lost your question there. Hold on, let me go back up. So Janine, with wheelchair accessibility, it's not, Europe doesn't have the ADA accessibility like USA and Canada. So on some of the modern trains like the Eurostar, they do have some accommodations for that, but overall Europe is really not geared for that. These trains operate at a high rate of speed. They're only at the station for just a handful of minutes, so you got to really make sure you're on time. And these trains almost always depart on schedule. So even if you're a minute late, you've missed the train. So you're just going to have to, advise your clients or yourself, and maybe it wouldn't work out. I just really don't know. It kind of all depends on what the passenger can really do. Doug, you're asking me about photography at sunrise and sunset and how many days, dot, dot, dot. I can't see the second part of your question. I'm going to scroll down there and see if I can find it. If you can clarify just a pinch more. If you're really looking for great photography moments, then you're going to want to consider maybe the Glacier Express through the Alps, the Bernina. You're going to get some great shots there. And these trains leave early in the morning, so you can capture kind of like that sunrise type of shot if that's what you're looking to do. So Amanda's asking us, would you say tours are more family friendly than others? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Amanda. Pamela's asking us about laundry facilities at the hotels. Yep, most of the hotels will have that service. The customers would have to purchase that out of pocket while they're there. Cheryl's saying you mentioned a package starting at between 1,100 and 1,200. What package was that? That was the Ultimate European Grand Tour. And if you go online, you can view those you can see all those starting prices right online. You're welcome, Pamela. I appreciate that. So Nicole is saying, does Railbookers require all documentations to be in hand before Railbookers will accept a reservation? No, you can make a deposit with us, but ultimately we will need the passport information before travel. So if you are in process of getting a passport, Nicole, but you want to make your reservation, you can simply call in and get all that done and then give us that info at a later date. Amanda's asking us what would be the most enjoyable for children. Oh boy. A lot of ways I can answer that, Amanda. How old are the kids? Are they under the age of 10? Uh, Italy comes to mind. In Venice, they have the boat hopping tours where you can go from island to island. I did notice there were a lot of older kids, semi-teenagers on that program, 8 and 10 years of age. Do you have a specific country you're wanting to travel to? Italy, okay. If you plan on visiting Venice, the gondola ride is a lot of fun, and there's island hopping. You can get on a boat and go from island to island in the surrounding area. And on one of the islands, they have like a children's museum and playgrounds and that kind of a thing. You could look into that. Absolutely. All right. Is there anything else, guys? Of course. Absolutely, Amanda. Anytime. If I can ask you guys a quick question. I'll get to that in a moment. Nicole, you're asking me, does Railbookers have trip insurance if one party gets ill prior to depart to trip? Okay. Yes, we do offer trip protection, Nicole. So our trip protection is it's optional, it's affordable, and allows any member of the party to cancel for any reason up until a business day prior to departure for a full refund. Sharon is asking us about Greece. There is no high-speed rail in Greece, Sharon, so that's not a destination we carry. Okay, I'm going to keep the question box open. I just want to make sure you guys have our business hours, so give me 1 second here. We are open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 2:30 on a limited basis right now. So you can definitely contact us really at any time. And more questions are coming in, so let's take a look. Amanda's asking us, are you looking to expand your locations anytime soon? Yes, Amanda. In fact, we are rolling out our Japanese rail products next week. Japan is a major destination for high-speed rail, and we are going into that Asian market. And at the moment, that's all that we have rolling out right now, on top of new packages for destinations that we're already selling. Cecilia is asking us, will a copy of this webinar be available online? Absolutely. We'll have that uploaded probably by tomorrow morning, and you can go back and watch it. To Greece, for example. Okay, Amanda. So Greece is not a destination we're likely to carry. There's really no high-speed rail there, unless that were to change. But we can do a ferry out of Italy to Greece. That is an overnight ferry. We have booked that, but there is no high-speed rail for the most part, so that's not a destination that we carry. Bob is asking us about Spain and Portugal. Yes, Bob, we do have packages for Spain and Portugal. You can find those at our website. Gary is asking us about Ireland and what we would see on board the rails over there. So Ireland, as we all know, is a beautiful country. We have the best of the Emerald Isle package that takes in Dublin, Cork, Killarney, Galway, and Belfast. That's a 10-day itinerary, I believe, or 12, I forget which one. You can jump online, you can see that there. Anything else, guys? I've got a couple more minutes here before I have to log off. I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. Everybody has different reasons for joining this webinar, but did you get out of this what you were hoping to learn? You can just put yes or no in the question box. If it's a no, if you want to, specify what you were looking for, I can try to help you out. Very good. Okay, good stuff, guys. Excellent. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you for your compliment, Amanda. Good. Very good. Well, our vacation consultants are standing by, so you can give us a call. You'll be connected to one of our consultants within just a minute of calling us, and they'll help you with any questions or whatever packages you are considering. So keep in mind that we do have this flash sale going on. It'll expire on the 15th, so print off that, download that flyer, give us a ring, or go contact your local travel advisor. Oh, hi, Kelly. Thank you. Yes, you're an agent. Okay. Very good. Well, we do have travel agent webinars for you, and you can give us a call and we'll talk you through that schedule. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and log off if there's no other questions. I do want to thank you for taking the time to join us this evening. Hope you all have a great night, and we look forward to hearing from you all very soon. Take care.